everyone. Welcome again to the Citizens Punt, Pass and Chat podcast, Pick 6, Week 13, special Thanksgiving holiday edition.
Boom!
Consider this the dessert to your Thanksgiving meal. We're the pumpkin pie, pecan pie, chocolate, whatever your sweet choice are. This is...
The gut knows his desserts.
Yeah, you know my
gentlemen.
desserts. And I like to tout the new candy cane donut at Tim Hortons. It's mighty tasty. Well, anyways, we're here for football picks, not donuts. So Robert and I, we're going to pick 6 NFL games like we've done for the last 11 weeks. Or is it 12?
12 weeks.
12 weeks, there we go. I know
You had it right the first time.
I had it right the first time. So we got 6 games, and because this is being recorded on Wednesday, we are picking one of the Thursday games. So we'll get right off to it. Our first game is the Steelers at the Ravens, the prime time Channel 3, or if you're in Syracuse, or NBC if you're elsewhere, game. And this is a game between 2 5-6 teams. It's survival. If you're going to get that last wild card of the AFC, you've got to win this game. And that being said, I like Baltimore. I think they're a good home team. They're starting to play better now, as well as the Steelers are. But these are two teams that know each other very well, don't like each other, and I just think Joe Flacco plays a little bit better than Ben Roethlisberger, and I like a very close 3-point win for the Ravens on Thanksgiving night.
As mediocre as the Ravens have been this year, I just like them at home in this one. The Steelers have shown that they're almost back, in some areas. The defense is playing better. But I think in this one, low-scoring affair, I think the Ravens win by a field goal at home.
All right. Our next game is, now we're going to Sunday games, and this is Denver at Kansas City. I mean, these two teams just played a couple weeks ago.
We were just here.
And we were just here. And, Kansas City, they got off that 9-0 start. They've lost 2 in a row now. So they're home against the Broncos. Obviously, Denver's coming off a very bittersweet, disappointing loss to New England in overtime, and I think that bad taste in their mouth is going to stick with them. And I like them to win in Kansas City. Very tough game, but it's a division game. They know this. They know these guys, and I like Denver in a close game over Kansas City.
I think without what we saw last week, Kansas City going up against the Chargers, and the Chargers being able to win there, exposed some vulnerabilities in the defense for the Chiefs. So. Hopefully the Broncos can take advantage of that because I'm picking them too.
All righty. It's 2 games down. Our next game, and we'll get back to Robert and I's our favorite teams here. Miami at the Jets. The Dolphins lost. Another disappointing effort in the second half. They lost to the Panthers, a game they should have won. And they're 5-6, and their playoff lives are the proverbial thread there. So that being said, I think that the offense picks it up. I think they're able to take advantage of a weak Jets pass defense. And Geno Smith, rookie quarterback, I knew that was going to come back and bite the Jets eventually. And I like Miami in this game. I know they're my favorite team, but I got a good feeling about it. I don't know if it's going to say it's the gut doing this game, but I just like Miami to beat the Jets this week.
I'm going to take the Jets at home.
Oh, we're going different.
Our first disagreement. It's tough with the Jets. I mean, they've been kind of this up and down team all year. They've run into a rough patch. I think what they have to get back to doing is running the ball, taking a little burden off of Geno Smith, and I think this is a game that you can do it. You got to get some of the offense going. The defense is there, but you need to score some points. And this could be a low-scoring game. I think the Jets could win by a field goal, but it's on friendly turf. I think they pull it out.
Okay, there's our first disagreement. And now we go to the the Buffalo Bills playing in Toronto.
The gut with another zinger.
And I playing the Falcons. And this is the Bills' annual jaunt north of the border, although realistically it's more to the west of the border for the Bills than north. But the Bills, they've shown some flashes of being a good team. They're coming off their bye week. They're rested. They're healthy. They've had enough time to prepare for a very disappointing. I think the Falcons I think the Falcons and the Texans are the 2 most disappointing teams in the NFL this year. Biggest. So I like Buffalo in this game. I think that E.J. Manuel a little more experienced now, and I like Buffalo in this game to beat Atlanta.
I can't disagree with you. I'm taking the Bills too.
Whoops.
Almost lost my papers there.
Another Bills fumble.
Oh, well done. Just like your turkey.
I owe you for that one.
I think the Bills, this is a great opportunity for them. Like we said on the podcast earlier, the Bills at 4-7 are on the outside looking in. They're not out of it yet, but they have a lot of work to do. And, this game, you need to win it.
Yep.
You've got a couple road games coming up against teams with lesser records, but they're battling back into it. You need to win this game, and I think they will in Toronto.
Our next game, Cincinnati at San Diego. Cincinnati leads the AFC North. The Chargers are still technically alive for a wild card spot. They got a big win at Kansas City last week. I think that, the Chargers are one of those teams that they can literally play with anybody. I mean, they can beat the Broncos, they can beat the Patriots, and then they can lose to the Dolphins. So what team is going to show up this week? Well, I think the team that beat the Chiefs last weekend is going to show up. They're playing at home. The Bengals, I mean, they've just had a really tough schedule this year, and the fact that they're 7-4 is a credit to how good they are. But I like San Diego in this game, and I think the Chargers are going to come out with a win here. I think Phillip Rivers, again, underrated. I think sometimes solid. He's going to have a great game, and I like San Diego in this game.
I'm taking on the gut again, folks. Going with the Bengals.
Oh!
Bengals on the road. This was a tough one for me. I was tempted after the Chargers win last week to take them, but Bengals are coming off a bye week.
Okay.
A little fresher.
Right. They've had an extra week to look at film.
Chargers had a tough game against the Chiefs.
Yes.
I'm going to take the Bengals. It'll be close.
All right.
But I'll take the Bengals.
All right. And we've got one more game. This is the big Monday night game, the huge Monday night game, with apologies to a certain car dealer. This is New Orleans at Seattle, and we said on the podcast this could be the NFC Championship game very easily. And I'll tell you, New Orleans has got such a great offense. Drew Brees, just what a quarterback. But Seattle's playing at home. It's a prime time game. That field up in Seattle there is going to be an absolute zoo. And the Seahawks, I mean, they've just been chugging along, and I think they've only lost one game.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's still going to be just one game because I like them against the Saints.
I like them against the Saints too. They have the total package. They have a good offense. It's not like the greatest show on turf offense that
Doesn't
the Rams
have to be.
had.
It's good enough.
It's good enough. It gets the job done. They have a decent passing attack. They can run the ball. And on defense, like I said on the podcast, the only thing I would worry about if I were the Seahawks, that secondary with the suspensions that they've had, how is that going to affect them? Breeze can light it up if you don't have the right personnel in there, so I'd be careful of that, but I'll still take the Seahawks in this one.
All right, that's our 6 games for the week. I believe I own a 6-game lead? 6-game lead, so Robert can chip away at it. He's not going to be able to make it up in 1 week, but you got to chip away at it, so we'll see what happens here. So we want to wish all of our viewers a very happy Thanksgiving. We appreciate your support, watching the videos. It really means a lot to us. And we hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your meal, enjoy your time with your family, and enjoy football, folks. Have a great weekend.